Chapter 10, Lesson 4, we are going to be talking about the volume of prisms and cylinders. So go ahead and add this to your formula sheet that we're creating for this chapter. Okay, so now we're talking about the volume of each figure, and basically what we have to remember for the volume is the base area times the height. So this one we have a cube whose edge is 8. And since it's a cube, they're all 8. So the base here would be a square, and its formula would be 8 times 8. And then for the volume, we have to multiply it by the height. So we have 512. And because we are doing volume, we're multiplying 3 things, it is cubed. This one is another square whose perimeter is 8, which means that each side is a 2. And whose height of the prism is 5. So again, I'll do base area, which is 2 times 2, and times it by the height, which is 5, which gives me 20 inches cubed. A rectangle prism whose base is 6 by 7 and whose height is 2. So formula for a rectangle is length times width times by the height, which is 2, and 84 centimeters cubed. This is a right cylinder whose radius is 5 and whose height is 3. This time the shape of my base is a circle, so my base area would be pi radius squared, and I'm going to times that by the height, which is 3, which gives me 235.6 meters cubed. This one, I also have a base area of a circle, so I have pi times radius squared times by the height, which is 7, which gives me 87.96 inches cubed. The next one, the shape of the base is a triangle, so half the base times the height, and the height of my prism is 8, which gives me 48 centimeters cubed. The next one is a rectangle whose base is 6 by 2.5, and then I times that by the height. Gives me 60 feet cubed. And this last one for the volume, what I'm going to do is find the volume of the big one and then subtract out the volume of the small prism to get the actual volume. So the volume for the big one is base 3 by 5, height of 5. 3 by 5, height of 5, minus the base of the small one is 2 by 1, but still height of 5. 3 times 5 times 5 minus 2 times 1 times 5 is 65 centimeters cubed. This one says find the volume of the three-dimensional object formed from each net. So a net is a two-dimensional drawing of a solid figure. So looking at this, I'm looking for the base shape, and based on the fact that there are only 2 squares, I'm going to know that that is the base of this prism. So my base is a square, and the formula for a square is length times width, and based on the fact that this is 6 meters, and these also have the 1 tick, they will also be 6 meters. So my base area is 6 times 6, and this is giving me the height of my prism, which is 12. Total of 432 meters cubed. This one is showing me that my bases are circles of diameter 5. So that means that my radius is 2.5. And for my base area of a circle is pi times radius squared. And then the height of my prism is 8, which gives me 157.1 inches cubed. refresh the page here for the homework. Here we go.